Hello everyone and welcome to yet another clan war between PigPan and Nocap. I'm Leonis and here with me is Mikey.
What's up?
Alright, so we have to jump straight into the thingy because we have quite a few games here. It will be mostly best of choose, the scores are completely incorrect. Thank you guys. Always as useful as... Yeah, everything is wrong. It will be 3 best of choose and then a possible ace if we get to a 3v3 scenario. Anyhow, let's jump right into the game and the thing. Alright, on the top left corner of Babylon LE, we have the Terran player. Playing blue, it is Bearmaster.
And on the bottom right corner, we have Icarus, Desert player. So, do you know anything about these two people? Bearmaster to me sounds pretty familiar.
Now we have a little bit of a problem with his name because he's very close to Bear Hug. So
Yeah, exactly.
I confused this guy to the other one, but I don't think I mean I'm pretty sure I've seen him already play at least once in one of the latest Clan Wars, but I don't remember exactly his style. On the other side we have Icarus, who has played I think quite a few already, if I'm not incorrect. But it seems like both players want to go for a very standard opening, so we will have like time to talk about all the things we missed because I was a little bit late to starting the stream. Such as, I don't know, what do you think about this glorious format of best of choose between the players?
I think it gives more chance for the players to show nuance in their play and to show that they can play a best of X without necessarily drawing it out too long with best of threes, because in a clan war, best of threes would be a little bit too much.
Yeah, that would be correct. Like, it would take so much time to do anything. We can see already Icarus scouting for possible proxies with his overlords, checking the expansion timing, and it seems like he's very happy with himself because he can do what Zergs like the most, and that is to build just eco.
Yeah, he has done a perfect build so far, like perfectly standard. I want to know, like, what is the level of these two players? Because I saw Diamond, but so far at least Bearmaster is doing his build absolutely perfectly.
Well, he went for a Marine first so far. That is Bearmaster, and
Reaper first.
Reaper first. Marine and sorry, Reaper and then Marine. Okay, no, it's perfectly fine. Thank you, Willie, for specifying. It's 3.5k. That would be around Diamond 2, I guess. Diamond, somewhere around Diamond.
Yeah, around Diamond 2, yeah.
Alright, so far we have seen one link fall. That's usually not too big of a deal, but it's usually more than the Reaper should get. The Reaper should usually get like either nothing or a creep tumor. Nothing too substantial.
Better losing a link than a creep tumor. Speaking of which, Icarus has actually opted to open for a inject first before the creep tumor. Now he's putting it down, and we have to pay attention to his larva. So far he has 0, so actually he does spend his money well enough.
Yeah, they inject more. They will have on the natural. Sure, will help. The other side we have a few Hellions getting prepared for the possible run-bys with the Reaper if he manages to survive all this ordeal. And
Icarus is sending an Overlord to the main, and he's gonna see the Liberator stim opening. I mean, his stim hasn't started yet, but it should. And the Marines weren't at the front or at the back to stop the Overlord. Now they're gonna be able to kill it, but it's a bit too late now, and yeah. I mean, it probably was gonna see everything anyway, which is why I generally want to build the starport a little bit far at the back. Yeah, he has all the info.
Alright, a little bit of a supply block with the Overlord dying. We have a few Overlords into the production tab, so it's not too big of a deal, but the Hellions are in, and there's that's a full on the drones against the Hellions. Well, you will kill the Hellions, that is for sure, but losing 6 drones, I don't think that's what you really want as a Zerg.
I think he could have killed a lot more there, but he got stuck between the Lings and the drones. He could have pulled back between the gases and got a lot of splash, but he didn't pull back and so it took way too much damage. So this was actually fine for Icarus. Could have been way worse off of that position.
That's absolutely true. Tiny bit of an evil wall getting started on the natural. I want to see where the Liberator is. It seems like it wants to siege up into the main. Let's see the reaction time from Icarus, because Liberators can be very annoying to deal with, especially if you don't have a Spore yet.
True. No Spore means he's gonna...
Queen is gonna die!
Oh no!
Oof! That hurts. At the same time, we have more Hellions trying to do a 1-2 punch, because you don't really need to micro your libs once they have siege in a good enough position.
Yeah, this is why Pig usually recommends Liberators over Banshees, because you don't need to look at them constantly. And you can queue commands with them very efficiently. Oh wow! That was a bit of an early GG there.
Very
but
early
he did...
GG.
Yeah.
I can see why he wanted to GG out. It was getting a little bit stressful, losing drones left, right, and center, and the races are. Yeah, I can see why he wanted to GG out, but I can also understand that for many people that would have been a position you can play out of. It would not have been easy, not at all.
True. And also, I think like he himself felt outplayed there, and something tells me that either Bearmaster is above Diamond 2 in actuality, or he's like too good for his league, or maybe he's just practiced this build a lot against Zerg, because he executed it so crisply, and he did a lot of damage while macroing very well, and overall I was very impressed, to be honest.
Well, the fun thing about these kind of players, this specific level, is that you can get players that are very good at dealing with the initial part of the build, but the game plan falls apart in a few minutes. So you can get, I'm not saying that all players at that level are, but you can get players that are very, very crisp when it comes to build execution, but don't tend to react as good as somebody else in the same level should against like early aggression or stuff like that. Do you get the lobby invite by the
way? Actually I didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if we had started.
Wait, oh, that's the wrong person. Oh. Yep. Letting people are random. The Tinker, please do not accept. Thank you.
It said the lobby invite was cancelled immediately.
Yeah,
okay.
I think Bully was trying to cancel my fake invite and he accidentally cancelled yours. We should make a party so you can just get back off my invites.
True, yeah. Yeah.
That should do.
I'm very interested to see how Icarus reacts this next game. There are some Zerg players that when they see getting outperformed in the standard game, they just go for the dirtiest roachling all-in they can think of.
Yeah. Also, the fun thing about this format is that if you are a very cheesy player, you can and you will do some very, very dirty cheese one game or the other. The only problem is you shouldn't. I usually say people don't, but I started saying people shouldn't because I've seen people make this mistake. But you shouldn't really play the same cheese twice. That's why usually cheese masters and cheesemongers don't really perform as well in best of 2 rather than best of 1.
True, yeah. This is exactly why I was interested in this format, to see how they play out, because once you see, like, the thing is, usually when you play to get better, you should disrespect the you know the fact that you just saw a cheese from the player on ladder and just play completely as you usually would and then react on the fly and learn. But in tournaments where you kind of want to win and you feel that competition, you actually do want to cut a few corners to be able to adapt your opponent.
Well, that said, let's introduce the player. On the bottom left corner of altitude, we have the Terran player in blue. It is Bearmaster.
And on the top right corner, playing for Nocap, it is Icarus. Same openers once again.
Right.
This map should favor Icarus, though. It should favor him much more so than the last one. Last one was Babylon, wasn't it?
Yes, last map was Babylon.
Ah, so this is like the two extremes of the TVZ maps.
Well, the format does imply that you can go back and forth between maps that are very not very unbalanced, because never that big of a balancement, but you can get both ends of the spectrum there. I think it was loser's pick without the maps that are played already.
Ah, okay.
All right,
so no wonder that he chose altitude there.
Yeah. Second barracks is being played at the moment by Bearmaster, so we will see quite a few more units from him in the early game.
This is a 2-1-1 right now. I think it's gonna delay the second guess a tiny bit, and he really doesn't need to get. Okay, yeah, this is a good timing nonetheless, but he's gonna prioritize Stim over the factory and just go for 2-1-1, I think.
It's delaying the gas quite a while. You cancelled it for to return the mineral the SCV that was building had.
And he's pulling the barracks backwards. This is actually I'm not sure about this play. I think he wanted to hide it from the Overlord to begin with. I'm not sure if the Overlord did see it, because when a building flies off and you lose vision of it, then it doesn't count as if there was a building there. You get me? Like on the minimap, you're not going to see if it flew away.
Double Marines is going to kill the Overlord very quickly, and the Overlord will have no chance of scouting, but we don't have any in defense, and we have 4 links right there on the natural. Still good defense, good pull with the SCVs, and no damage has been done whatsoever to his economy. Just a few seconds of lost mining time. Bunker on the low ground to anchor the defense and try to survive until he has the critical mass of Marines he's trying to get to. Bailingness though, on the other side, we have a Zerg who knows that he needs some sort of defense against this, and I think Bailings are the best choice.
You know why he's doing it? I think I know. Almost every single Zerg I play on ladder, the moment they see a Marine base opener like a 2-1-1, which this by the way is not exactly a 2-1-1, because it's a bit of a clumsy 2-1-1, honestly. But every time Zergs see a Marine base openers, they just decide to instantly go for a link flood. This one goes even harder. He's gonna go for Banelings probably as well.
Oh, so it could very well be a Baneling bust. We have Zerglin is very keen to scout around the base to try and check the timings on a possible third, but nothing whatsoever at the moment.
He's actually droning at the back of this. I'm not sure what the early Banelingness there was for, as well as the extra links he made. He has 16 right now. He's not really using them for anything.
Yeah, he's also going to lair. I guess that's for Baneling's speed. It could also be for other stuff. I'm not too sure so far.
This is where you can tell that the players are improvising, because neither of their builds really makes a lot of sense. Especially the 2-1-1 was pretty clumsy. I can't really speak too much for the Zerg. He also canceled his fourth base there.
Alright. Double drop is going to go somewhere, hopefully. on the other side of the map. Usually that's the case. It will be scouted by all the random spotting links, so Icarus will have lots of time to move in some defensive banelings on his side. He doesn't really have any units so far to defend against this, and he's not really reacting, not moving the queen. I think that we could
He's
be
making
seeing...
offensive aiming or offensive banelings right now.
Well, the queens that are trying to spread creep are gonna get blasted. One queen immediately falls. And to try and clear some more creep tumors, and I think this base will get some economic damage, well, some way, somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's
He
a lot
moves the
of
drone
damage.
too late. The banelings have to walk all the way home, and they just gave him so much time to deal all the damage in the world. Good pickup there. That was a very crisp pickup.
Yeah, I
A lot
think
of
this
pickup,
favors Terran so much. We have 7 drones lost for Zerg, 1 marine lost for Terran. On the other side, the defense that the contain that was happening with the Zerglings and the spotting links has been recalled home. And while we do have some defense for Zerg in the third now, he lost basically all semblance of map control. Alright, we
Yeah,
have a few more units joining in. Oh, Widow Mines, but the Zerg is very keen to attack this position. Phoenix were not being focus fired or anything. That's a
that was
massacre.
a disastrous engagement. Yeah, absolute disaster.
Nice move by Zerg, catching the Terran unaware and basically cleaning up the attack before it has a chance to hit a second time.
Yeah, he's also Bearmaster is doing this. Well, it's not exactly. Okay, he's gonna be fine. I was gonna say he was making too many Widow Mines for how little bio he had. This is a mistake a lot of Terrans usually make when they make mines, because they're not used to how quickly they produce. But he actually is producing 9 Marines at a time, so he should be okay. And he's also gonna have 1-1 soon, but he needs to wait until then. The Zerg doesn't have 1-1 on the way. He does, Bearmaster does, and he doesn't have a critical mass yet, so he should wait for the engagement.
Alright, lots of Widow Mines are being used, which are very good against this composition, but I don't think the Terran army really has the firepower to deal enough damage to the Zerg at the moment. We just are looking at a handful of Marines, not too much whatsoever. This other side though, the rightmost double drop, will be able to deal some damage if they manage to get up into a position in the main. We do have a lot of overlords scouting the airspace, but
They're having a tea party over there. It's
yeah.
not that much scouting even. I wonder if he's gonna try to drop into the main. Oh no, once again! No! No!
Like, these banelings were not even really attacking, they were trying to set up a flank with the other baneling force, which get cleaned up. The Zergling are trying to fight this mess alone. The Widow Mines are not burrowing, leaving the Marines to themselves. They managed to kill all the Zerglings, but not before losing quite a bunch of Marines. And Icarus once again sees the force that is coming his way and decides to GG up.